How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Ray Talks Hoop. Today, we're going to be talking about why I am actually upset for the Toronto Raptors and their fans. So even though I am a Laker fan, at the very start of the season, when the Toronto Raptors were not doing too well, I believe they lost the first 3 games of the season, I made a video saying that even though they are not off to the hottest start, I still think Toronto is going to be a very good team this year. And just like anybody else would do when they are starting to see their prediction come to life, when the Toronto Raptors were starting to do pretty well, I made a couple follow-up videos on my original prediction. The Raptors started the season off as the 14th seed, then they jumped up to the 9th, then the 8th, then the 6th, 5th, 4th, you guys get the point. And when the Raptors were doing a great job throughout the season, I just kept making videos saying this is exactly what I said was going to happen. I thought everything was fine and dandy and the Toronto Raptors were starting to prove me right. And then, of course, the NBA comes and screws with the Toronto Raptors and completely ruins everything I had predicted. Now, for those of you who are not aware of what's going on, I'm going to give you a brief summary. Long story short, the Raptors have lost the last couple of games in a row. Now, some of you might be thinking it's because the Raptors are a terrible team, but the fact of the matter is the Raptors are losing all these games because they do not have their key players. And you might be wondering, so why is it that their key players are not playing? Well, they're not allowed to play because of the rules the NBA has for this pandemic. But here's why I say the NBA is screwing over the Toronto Raptors. You see, when Boston had a couple players who couldn't play, their games were canceled. The same thing with Miami, the same thing with Memphis, and probably some other teams here and there that I can't remember off the top of my head. But when Toronto is in the exact same situation as all these other teams, their games are not being canceled. They are being forced to step onto the court and play these other teams, and these teams are destroying them. Toronto has lost the last 3 or 4 games in a row, and they went from the 4th seed to the 6th, and now they're all the way at the 10th seed. Now, I am a Laker fan, and I am already pissed off for the Raptors and for their fans. I could not imagine how upset the actual Raptor players and their fans are. I'm mostly upset because the NBA and their rules are making me look like an idiot when I said the Raptors were going to be a good team this season. If their games would have been canceled just like everybody else's games were, then we would not even be having this conversation. But the fact of the matter is, today is March 14th. I'm probably going to release this video on March 15th, and the Toronto Raptors have not won a game since February 26th. I've made videos in the past talking about some injustices I'm seeing with the Raptors. Some of the points that I've made in some of these other videos have been that the Raptors do not get the same foul calls that other teams get, and now this is just the cherry on top of everything. And I wouldn't be upset if the Celtics games hadn't been canceled or if Miami's games hadn't been canceled, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna cancel games for one team, when another team is in the exact same situation, their game should be canceled as well. So for now, I'm just gonna sit here and watch the Toronto Raptors lose every single game, because even if they're out there trying their best, they don't really stand a chance. They look like a G League team with a couple decent players. But aside from that, we gained 2,000 subscribers in 28 days, so I just want to say thank you all so much for that. If this video can get 100 likes and 100 new subscribers, I'll be pretty happy about that. So go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below as well. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm not happy with everything going on here. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I am out of here.